welcome. A few words to serve as a preamble for what you're about to see. The public did not find a new figure update in May 2023. It was assumed that I was waiting for June 2023 because some sick figs had not yet shipped and I was waiting to showcase them. However, June 2023 arrived. No figure update materialized. This ends today. Yes, it's true. I had way cooler figs showing up in June, so it made no sense to record it in May. Because like 2 days later, I was going to have way better stuff. But there was no excuse for no figure update in June. Actually, there was. We were getting ready for our tour, which we're on right now. Mega 64 Farewell Tour. Get your tickets now, mega64.com/tour. This is irrelevant. What matters most is that the figure update has begun and continues now. Because let me tell you, and let me be frank and upfront and personal, what you will see right now may be the greatest figure update yet. I go full force, full contact, and full confidence in letting you know this may be to date my greatest work. You will see things from every corner, every side, every angle of the figure collecting stratosphere. You will see things you did not think existed in the collector space. You will believe again in the power of plastic and the power of fun. Let us begin Figure Update July 2023 edition. And let me be even more frank. I'm literally flying out in about 4 hours. I have to turn this off, pack my bag, and get on a bloodshot eye flight. So I want it to be known that I felt it important that this go out before any of that begins. It was a service and would be a disservice to not deliver this figure update. And so ends the preamble. And so may begin the introduction. This figure update is going to be the culmination of a lot of things. I didn't really get much in May. June got some great stuff. But then out of nowhere, we were putting together our show, had to get ready to go to Anime Expo, and now I just went to Anime Expo, so you're getting a post Anime Expo figure update. And a lot of times when I go to Anime Expo, I come back with a lot of stuff. So I figured this would be a very packed episode. However, surprisingly, I didn't find that much there. The few things I would have bought there, I had already kind of pre-ordered. It was a little lacking in that department this time, I have to say. No one's fault, but I had everything I needed. So most of the stuff that I'm going to show is just kind of imported, things of that nature. I haven't, and this stuff has been piling up kind of in my office for a little bit. I'm going to get through it, but you know, if you see like it's kind of a mess back there, just don't even pay attention to that. Don't even look or pay attention, or don't even watch the video. You can really just kind of put the headphones on and enjoy it in a binaural sense. So ends the intro to Figure Update July 2023 edition, and we may begin the first figures. We're going to start basic. I did see these at AX, but I already had them on the way in the mail. We're going to start off with a couple that you probably are thinking, oh, you know, I've already seen something like this on your channel. This isn't like exceptional. My voice is a little bit gone because it was a chaotic convention. Anyway, they kind of re-released two of the most famous SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball figures, but they hadn't been reprinted in a while, and they certainly hadn't done them in kind of a newer style here. You know what I mean? Like, they make them all much higher quality now than they used to. I'm going to put this down. This is getting in the way. I just can't be dealing with this right now. Sorry. My watch was like controlling the camera. It was annoying. Okay. Super Saiyan Vegeta Awakened Super Saiyan Blood. So there's that. You could see for yourself. They re-released Super Saiyan Vegeta, kind of repainted his hair. Some pretty colors. He looks a lot more. This is one of the first SH Figure Arts I ever bought, was Super Saiyan Vegeta, but he was very plain painted, wasn't very detailed, but this one is a whole other kettle of fish right there. So you can check that out for yourself. I'm going to put the watch back on. I miss having control over the image here. But anyway, yeah, sometimes I'm not big on like rebuying figures, but these look so good, and they warrant new poses and things like that, which I'll go into momentarily. Basically, they recently on the premium Bandai website, Bandai puts up like their own collectibles on their website that are like not going to be at retail, but like, you know, they want to sell them themselves because, you know, maybe they can do like a smaller minimum or, you know, whatever. Anyway, so they are releasing Android 19 and 20, like the old dude and the big guy. I always get those mixed up. 19 was the big guy, 20 was the old guy, right? Anyway, Vegeta famously attacks Android 19 and kind of like rips his arms off. And they include parts for this new Vegeta in. This is the scam that they run. And I give them credit for it's a good scam. It worked. It's a solid gamble, you know. It's not even a gamble. It's a sure thing. Because, anyway, what they do is they include these parts for other figures in these new figure releases. And so the fact that Android 19 comes with parts for Vegeta, like he's grinning and then he can rip his arms off. I had to get the new version of the Super Saiyan Vegeta to go with that so it would look the best it could. So I pre-ordered that, and these have all been released at kind of a lower price too. So these weren't like, you know, 60 or 70 bucks or whatever. Some of them, you know, with all the parts that they come with, they're that much. Not this. So I give them credit for that. They were cheaper. These were cheaper. And so was Super Saiyan Trunks, the boy from the future. Same thing. I had a Super Saiyan Trunks from before. Didn't look bad, but they re-released them, and he's painted the you know, he's shaded a lot better, painted better. Figure posability is a little better. But what's cool is it has, like, you know, he has Super Saiyan hair and purple hair. The one I have on display now is Super Saiyan, and so I think I'll probably display this one with the purple hair. Or vice versa, you know, one or the other. I might swap them. Who knows? But anyway, I thought that was cool that they did that. So shout out to them for that. Shout out Tamashii Nations. Do I have anything else from Tamashii Nations? I do. Let's jump around a little bit, shall we? Okay. This just showed up. I mean, I'm talking moments ago. I wasn't going to get this because, again, this is another one that they re-released. This was one of the first. Actually, I think this was literally the first SH Figure Arts I had ever bought. And it wasn't, I mean, it was cool, but like definitely not to the quality that they are now. And the joints are really loose. He barely stands up and he doesn't really do much. Anyway, Gokai Red from Gokaiger, Pirate Sentai, Gokaiger. Look what a fancy box that came in too. You know what I mean? He's got like the name on there and all that stuff. I thought that was kind of neat. Anyway, you could see on there, they re-released Gokai Red. There's been a real, I think because it's the anniversary, like isn't it like the 10th anniversary? something like that. They there's been a resurgence in Gokaiger stuff, which you'll see even more of in a moment. But anyway, so I wasn't going to get this just because it was a little pricey. I was like, I kind of technically already have this guy, so I wasn't going to. But what's cool is a lot of times they have these figures on Amazon Japan. Okay, you know, not much cheaper than any other import site. So you know, you maybe you order it, maybe you don't, whatever. Again, the price was still high with the shipping and all that. But what I've never seen, I think maybe I saw it once when they did that Genesis Classic or whatever they did, the Genesis Classic 2. When you ordered it on Amazon, it was an Amazon Japan item, but they shipped it through the US site. So you didn't have to pay for shipping if you had Amazon Prime. You know, it came from Japan, but you didn't have to pay extra shipping, which that's always very nice. I've never seen that happen with a figure, but this was on there. I ordered this from the Amazon US website. And it was, again, the figure was about the same price, but the shipping was free. That was awesome. So that convinced me to get it. There it is. I'm opening the box. Damn, this already looks so much, it looks so much beefier. Now, they don't roid these guys out like a lot of the American figures do. But the original one was pretty scrawny. Anyway, damn, that looks so good. Wow. I always got to smell. Do you smell the figs? Like when you open them? Are you smelling them? I can never get tired of that. You know, people like the new car smell. I like the new fig smell. I'll tell you right now. What are the top smells? Chocolate chip cookies, right? Being baked. I don't care who you are. That's a good smell, right? Does anyone object to that? That's a good smell. The water on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Objectively good smell. The one-time mildew smells good. And you know what? I'm going to throw this in there. I'm going to get flack for this. Gasoline. Don't try that out. Don't go up to gasoline. Don't start huffing gasoline. But I'm saying, you know, sometimes you catch a whiff of it and it's pretty good. You can deny it all you want. You know it's good. All right. This has been a really long day. We just got back from Anime Expo and we're already going on tour. Oh, I feel like I have been huffing gasoline. All right. Picked all the little plastic parts out. They really did a great job. A lot more detail on the suit. God. There he is. Captain Marvelous himself right there. They did a great job. So much more posable than the original, too. People online were doing all these wild posts. Or, posts. Well, they were posting, but they were posing too. You know, SH Figure Arts always delivers in that department, but especially so with this one. Damn. Looks perfect. Just looks perfect. I wish they would re-release the whole team. I never got the whole team. But I think, you know, they haven't done... I just love that SH Figure Arts is doing Super Sentai again, because they haven't done that in a long time. Well, they kind of started to do it again with, what was it called? What was the rainbow guy? He looked like a Kamen Rider, honestly. What was his name? I can't think of the name. Anyway, they did it with that series. I keep wanting to see Gokaiger, but that's a very different thing. Yeah, what was his name? I'll tell you right now. Tell you right now what it was. Zenkaiger. Why could I not think of that shit? Okay, anyway. Apologies for that. Okay, anyway. Let's get back to work, shall we? Okay, so they killed it. This Gokai Red is amazing. It's my highest recommendation. If you can get it on the US Amazon, you're going to want to do that. So, now that we're on the subject of Gokaiger, shall we just get down to it? Let's just get down to it. I pre-ordered this a million years ago. I'm going to have to reach around. Not like that. I have to move a couple things around here. You know, okay, something. Oh, some things are gonna fall, and that's okay. I cannot I must accept the things I cannot change. Okay. Oh! Alright. Must have pre-ordered this like a damn year ago, or near that. Finally came out. A box set of Read It and Weep Memorial Edition. Now, what does that say, Rocco? What does that say? Gokaiger Memorial Edition. Peep the box. Gokai Red, as seen moments ago, shooting this poor guy. Whatever his name is, Dave. They did a replica of that, and I'm gonna knock a lot of stuff over here. It's okay. It's okay. Read It and Weep again. Memorial Edition. What is it? Gokai Saber. This is, again, the anniversary of Gokaiger. Boom. There he is on the back, slashing that saber. And you're probably asking, no way. They did full-size replica? They did full-size replica. Yeah. There it is right there. The Gokai gun. And the Gokai Saber. Boom. Read It and Weep. Read It and Weep. Look at that. They did the full replica weapons. Almost one-to-one. They're... Whoops. No, stop. They're not quite one-to-one. This was something I was looking forward to for a long, long time. You know, when Tamashi like does replica, I mean, you saw before I got like the B Fighter stuff and, you know, things like that. But Sentai, if it's not like some of the original shows that were adapted into Power Rangers, a lot of times I just avoid it. It's expensive, you know, whatever. But when they did replica Gokaiger stuff, I love Gokaiger. I had to go in on it. And this is, I mean, this is a breathtaking collection. First of all, the main thing was the Gokai Saber. You could see it for yourself. This was the main thing they released. It's, like I said, almost full size. I think for structural reasons, they didn't make it 100% full size, but it's like millimeters from that. It's not much different. So there's that. This was the main thing you could buy on its own. And it came with, I'll open this up. You can see that. It came with, these all come with Ranger keys. This is a special edition blue Gokai Blue. I should have said that. Key. I think the sword came with Gokai Blue because he had an episode where he was kind of like using all the swords to kick ass. Anyway, pop that open. Pop it in. Whoops. Didn't pop it far enough. It's in. Boom. POV, you're a monster. POV, you just died. Yeah. That's what that's like. Anyway, so you could buy this with just that key, the Gokai Blue key, like I showed you earlier. Don't do the sound again. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay. Stop. Please stop. I'm asking you to stop. Fuck. Anyway, the gun, you couldn't buy the gun on its own. You had to get a set of the sword and gun. So you could either buy the sword on its own or a gun sword set. I had to get both. Anyway, this also, if you got the set with both, you also got, open that up, you got a set of keys of all the Rangers. I don't have them all out of the box. You get the idea, though. There's the the Gokai Red key. Yeah, it actually came with the set of all of them. So you have, these are all like metallic variants. They don't really make any kind of special sounds, as far as I know, that are different than the regular keys. So that's kind of disappointing, I guess. But, you know, I always forget to put the arms. I fucked this up. I mean, this is just... no one to blame but me. Anyway. Okay. So, there you go. Pop that in. There it is. POV, you're dead. Oh, wait. No, I haven't pulled the trigger yet. There we go. Yeah. Enjoy hell. You notice like the beam is like red. I think if you just just put it in without a key, I think it's just normal gunshots, which is cool. I have too much work to do before the tour. That's not funny. That's not funny. But if you put the other keys in, I believe the colors change. I think the LED in the gun that you saw will be blue this time. All right, I think. See? See? So it does affect the colors. Right? Cool. There you have it. Okay, I'm gonna restore the keys back. Anyway, this is something I was looking forward to for so long. It's finally here. It's hard to know what to say about it. You know what I mean? It's just, this is, I think, and it all feels so solid. There's weight to all of it. Shut up. There's weight to all of it. It all feels good. This is pretty good. I think, you know, the original gun they released was, I think it was kind of a lot smaller. Definitely when they released the original sword, it was way smaller than this. So the fact that they're doing one like this is, at this scale, is just like amazing. So anyway, put that back in. Anyway, okay, enough. We don't need to hear that anymore. Got it. Thank you. Good night. Okay, can we move on from that? I think we can. All right, let's do something that is decidedly not from Tamashii Nations or Japan in general. Although I have seen some Japanese merch with this title on it. This I just thought was kind of cute. I hope I can... The packaging is kind of screwy. This came out, I want to say this was an event exclusive. I don't know what event, or maybe it was a May the 4th be with you thing. I don't know. But, oh, no. This was 40, yeah, I mean, it was like 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Oh, that makes me feel old. But those of you in the know remember that it was originally called Revenge of the Jedi before it came out. So what did they do? They did a commemorative figure box. The saga continues. I'm surprised it didn't say concludes. Didn't they think it was over? I don't know. Anyway, Revenge of the Jedi. And what's cool is the poster artwork slides out. And you've got a Vader in there, and he's painted like he is in this poster artwork. He's kind of got the screwy paint job that he has there. So I thought that was kind of neat. It does bug me that he's not protected by plastic here. Like, it's just, this is one I would probably keep in the box. But now he's out of the box. Did we ever decide where that show was, or what that theme song was from. Wasn't it a Cartoon Network show? We've had this conversation, right? Anyway, I thought that was kind of cute. You know, it's not like I needed another Darth Vader, but I'm a big Return of the Jedi head. That's my favorite of the series, so I had to get it, but, you know, it is what it is. It's cute, but I'm still cracking up that they're trying to do all this plastic-free packaging initiative, and then they just announced, like, oh, collectors hate it, we're going to change it back. So, next time you'll see that behind plastic. Okay. What do we got next? Let's put this over there. Like so. Let's throw this here. Okay. In keeping with Star Wars, I think I showed... I don't know if I showed this before. Spoiler if you never saw The Mandalorian, but there he is. Luke, young Luke from Mandalorian Season 2. I got this less for the Mandalorian reason and more because it's, you know, Return of the Jedi, like my favorite version of Luke, badass kind of Luke. And he did look cool in that episode. I'm not, when it's a Lucasfilm project, I'm not like, I don't really care about the CG heads and stuff. I just feel like that's like part of the territory. So, you know, you can imagine what I thought about that in the new Indiana Jones. Didn't bother me. I thought it was kind of neat. I don't know. I like the imagination of it more than I'm focused on the technology of it. Does that make sense? I was the one guy during The Matrix Reloaded when the Burly Brawl was happening. Goku. I have our own video stuck in my head. When Neo was fighting the 100 Agent Smiths, or however many there were. Yeah, it didn't look real at all, but the imagination of it is what gets me. And I don't mind it in certain things, and certainly not there, and certainly not a Lucasfilm thing. So anyway, that's just my opinion. I don't expect everyone to share it. But anyway, you can have them in. Again, I say it every time. I'm always kind of mixed on. Oh, I almost dropped it on realistic cloth or actual cloth. You know, cloth goods. I always kind of have mixed feelings on that. I don't know if you could see that or not. But it's not too bad on this. I just feel like they always look oversized. But anyway, you could pull the cloak down, and there's Luke, young, Luke from that era, Return of the Jedi era, post-Jedi era. But anyway, looks good. Solid likeness and stuff on there, so they did a pretty good job, I think. Whoops! We're a couple weeks until San Diego Comic-Con, which that'll be its own kettle of worms. Can of worms? Kettle of fish? Whatever. But we still don't even know Hasbro's exclusives. They said, oh, we'll have them, but they're not going to be at the show. It'll be just like the last couple of years. You just scan a QR code and order it, which I just feel like if you're doing a Comic-Con exclusive, do a Comic-Con exclusive. Otherwise, just do online exclusives. Do you know what I mean? Like, why, you want to, I don't know how else to word this. You want to get fingered or you want to get fucked? Anyway, so that's that. I think. Oh no! There's one more Star Wars thing that I want to show you. This just showed up moments ago. You know that I love anytime they do a park exclusive. When it comes, I'm talking theme parks like Disneyland. It's a character that's only on a ride, or that's something park related, not movie or show related. I love that. So when they announced this was another May the 4th thing. But I think it's just going to be in the parks, but they put it on the website like just for that day or something like that. Maybe you can still order it. I don't know. But this is a park exclusive thing. Doc Ondar. Doc Ondar. I'm thinking of Nardwar. Doc Ondar is the head of the Den of Antiquities. I almost said Den of Exclusives. I'm still thinking about Comic-Con. He's the head dude when you go into the little shop that they have there where they sell lightsaber hilts and stuff in Galaxy's Edge at the Disney parks. This guy, there's an animatronic of this creature. He's kind of Momon Nadon kind of, what do they call this race of creatures? Hammerhead? I don't know. Does it say in here? Ithorian. Oh yeah, they're called Ithorians. I always called them Hammerhead because I think that was what they just called the toy back in the day. Anyway, he is an infamous collector who buys, sells, and trades rare and valuable relics in the Den of Antiquities at Black Spire Outpost. So that's who this is. And then I thought it was cool. I was like, oh, it has a little window packaging. You can open it up. Nope. It's just another photo of this guy. Come on. Again, they're doing the plastic-free thing. Should I open this? I could. Anyway, like I said, this guy is exclusive just to the parks. Therefore, I love him. In fact, right here, if I don't knock anything over, I'm going to, though. Oh, I know I will. I have a plush of him that they also sold at the parks. Anytime they do a park-exclusive dude, I got to do it. I got to do it. So let's take a look. Oh, he is sealed up. Look at that. Look, he's sealed up like a prisoner in this thing. Look at that. Hannibal Lecter kind of shit. He's planning to serve Ray up with a side of fava beans. Oh, there is too much tape here. This is like, dear Lord. They know some Toy Story shit that I don't? This guy's like gonna escape or something? What's happening? Oh my God, he's sealed up so tight. I'm gonna see it through, guys. I gotta get you to your destination. There's so much tape. There's so much tape. Good Lord. All right. While we're doing this, I want to ask you, leave a comment. Oh. I mentioned that we're flying out in just like a few hours. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to have time to sleep. I'm doing this instead of getting a good night's sleep. I want you to know that. I want credit for this bad decision. But Garrett's here too, loading up his gear. So if you hear noises, you know what's going on. Anyway. Leave a comment. What obscure thing from a theme park should they make an action figure of? I wish they did like good quality Haunted Mansion figures. Like have like NECA or McFarlane do them. You know what I mean? Okay, we got them out. Oh, that's awesome. Wow. I am blown away by this. They did a really good job. Okay, I have to eat my words here. You know what I said about when they have real clothing or real fabric. It's always kind of a mixed bag and it doesn't fit them well. This looks perfect on him. I'm really blown away by that. I mean, this thing looks just like the animatronic. The paint job is really good. There's all kinds of little detailing on his head. Like, look, even like his little bumps on his neck are kind of painted. They did a little wash over those, you know. He's got a hood. Now, he's never wearing the hood in the theme park, so we're not going to put that on. But he's got all the little hanging jewelry, you know. He's got all this detail. Man, that's incredible. That and he's got, you know, like a plastic kind of robe over his white actual fabric cloak, and it looks perfect. That's really amazing. That's like really, as a theme park fan, I am taken aback how well done this is. Damn, that's incredible. Well, okay. That's a contender. That's one of my favorite figures this year. I'll go ahead and say it. Captures the wonder of looking at this thing in the theme park, you know what I mean? And just going like, wow, that's cool. This is the kind of stuff I love from Star Wars too. Just making up goofy ass monsters, creatures. That's always been my favorite side of it, and I still enjoy to this day. the movies might get that wrong or mess up this or that, but I'm not like focused on that. It's just like the ability to just kind of like will all these creative little beings into existence on that scale. And that's why I enjoy the theme park side of it so much. Galaxy's Edge is it's just like, let's just make up a whole original thing and cut loose with it. So anyway, this captures that to me. Even though this type of creature did exist before, I don't know, the fact that they let him like run his own shop and came up with his own little backstory, and now he's a figure. I love that. I don't know. I get a huge kick out of that. He stands up really well too. That's good news. Okay, that's enough Star Wars, isn't it? Let's pivot to another Lucasfilm icon, Indiana Jones. A couple I think these were exclusive. I think these were like fan channel exclusive, maybe. When something is fan channel exclusive, that means it's not sold at retail. You're not going to see it at Target, but you'll see it on like the fan websites, you know what I mean? Or like the channels that a fan would shop at, like BigBadToyStore.com or would it be on Amazon? Maybe it would be on Amazon, but like GameStop.com, like more fan-oriented stuff. Anyway, so they did... Is the box here? I thought I just saw it. I thought I had just seen it. Where was it? I might just be an idiot. You ever think about that? You might just be an idiot? I have that thought a lot. Whatever, you get the idea. Indiana Jones exclusive version from, this is the teacher, I think, what is it called? It's got to be around here. Where the hell is this thing? Oh, I might be looking at something else. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Indiana Jones teacher version from The Last Crusade. And you could see he's in teacher mode still. He's dressed up, and he's got his father's diary, which was leading him in pursuit of the Holy Grail. And the whole mission is started by this guy, which was another fan channel exclusive, and I'm so stoked with how this turned out. Walter, what's his name? Walter Donovan? Who takes them on the quest for the Holy Grail. As you can see, he's holding the, I'll just say, spoiler, the incorrect choice. He chose poorly. And in fact, he comes with this head to show when he chose poorly. So you can actually put that on the body and make it look like he's rotting. Again, another spoiler, this guy's a Nazi fuck. And I do enjoy that they have been releasing figures in this adventure series or whatever they call it for Indiana Jones. They've been releasing a lot of Nazis, and I think that I said this before, I think the caveat they have to make to retailers is that they have to show them suffering, because every one of them has had some kind of like pained some kind of miserable, horrible thing that happened to them. So anyway, they nailed it on that. These are great. I think the likenesses and the details on them are really, really good. So they killed it on this. I'm stoked with them. I think these 6-inch scale Indiana Jones figures have been awesome. They've been doing like retro ones too, like 4-inch kind of vintage style, but I'm not a fan of that kind of thing. I like a good looking bigger figure more than I do like, oh, it's supposed to look bad. It's like it's from the 80s. I just don't care about that. Okay, and then okay, on this, almost lost a piece here. On the subject of Indiana Jones, we're gonna skip back a movie and go with, I found this at a Target just like a couple days ago, and just chanced upon it. Indiana Jones from the Club Obi-Wan. Shouts out Temple of Doom. Underrated movie. I hate that there's discourse all the time about, is it a good movie or not? The movie rips. My hot take on Indiana Jones, you're not going to like it very much, is that I think each one of the three got better. Let me confess, I saw them out of order. I saw 2. I saw Temple of Doom, and that was the only Indiana Jones thing I'd ever seen, and I was like, that movie kicked ass. That's a theme park ride of a movie right there, and I'd never seen anything like it, so it was so exciting to watch. Then I saw 3, and that had the sentimental stunt. That had a stunt of the heart, and I loved it even more, and that's my favorite one. And then I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I was so disappointed because he wasn't in that role like he was in the other 2. So I just had everything kind of, my bias was kind of slanted in a different way. And I thought it was kind of like, I just thought it was a little tepid. Still a great movie. Am I saying the first one is not good? Hell no. It's a classic, but I don't have fun with it like I do 2 and 3. It was just not my thing compared to those, and how engaging those were and how fun those were. I don't know. So that's my bias. Still a great movie. All 3 of the original Indiana Jones are good. The 4th one, I don't hate. It was just dull. It was just like, man, you were just like not inspired. The 5th one, I think we're talking about it on our podcast, our next podcast going up, but I have good and bad. Tell me what you thought in the comments. I do want to hear your thoughts. But, because I'm curious, I had mixed thoughts on it. Really loved, I'm not spoiling anything, I really loved how it started. I will die on the hill that I loved how it ended. I didn't necessarily care for the last scene, but like the last act I thought was like really good. I liked the premise of the whole thing, but for the risks it kind of took towards the end, I will definitely, even though I'm missing Spielberg, I'm missing his energy, I miss his sentimentality. I am missing Spielberg, admittedly. But despite that, because of the risks taken and the 4th one just being asleep at the wheel, I do have to rank the 5th one higher. Didn't like it as much as the first 3. A lot of it I didn't like. I need to watch it again to give my final verdict, but yeah, I mixed thoughts. And it kind of, to me, was lacking I kind of feel the same way I did maybe with the new Ghostbusters, where I kind of feel like I'm almost feeling like a misunderstanding of the original material in this new one. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know, but I enjoyed it more than that movie. There was maybe a lack of that kind of balance of serious and gags and whatever that just kind of maybe left me a little dry, but I respect some of the risks it took, and rank it higher than the 4th one. So we'll leave it at that. I still got to think about it though. Let me know what you thought. Anyway, from the Club Obi-Wan, I went on a little bit of a tangent there, but Handsome Indy, I think that's the official name of the figure. Handsome Indy. He comes with a ton of accessories. I love that he has this, like, the flaming skewers that he throws. He's got what were the ashes of the Emperor that he was like trading for diamonds or whatever. The diamonds are in there. I don't know how they wouldn't get lost. It's so tiny, but he does come with that. And then in this hand, he's got the antidote for the poison you just drank. Anyway, so Handsome Indy, that figure rules. They nailed it. Let's do one last indie, shall we? We're indie pilled on this episode, guys. Sorry. This was I don't know if this is I don't think this was an online exclusive, because I thought it was, but then I guess it's been showing up in the theme parks too. I know at Disneyland, these are at the gift shop right across from the ride. Indiana Jones from, we're going back again, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Sorry, this is acting up again. But yeah, from Raiders, this is when one of the most iconic film shots of all time, when he is trying to get the golden idol from, let me get all this. It comes with all this stuff. I'm losing pieces. I got to do this right. I'm sorry. I got to do this right. Okay. But there he is. Oh man. Sorry, if I don't have all the pieces just perfectly, it's not worth showing you. Just not. Okay, so here's the indie figure right there, and what's cool is he's got the bag of sand. He's got that bag of sand going there. He's doing some 40-year-old virgin kind of stuff, and then he's got the hand pre-posed ready for the classic chin scratch. Like, he's trying to weigh it against. Now, let me show you. This is the other thing that it comes with. I got to balance it because it might fall off. The altar in which the fertility idol is placed, and he stands next to it, scratching his chin, thinking, okay, can I get that? Is this bag of sand going to weigh the same? I don't want the switch to flip. He takes it. All right, he's got the idol, and then, yeah, you're dead. Throw me the whip, throw me the idol. No time to argue. You know how that shit goes. You know how that bullshit goes where you brought a partner into the temple and they end up hosing you, trying to take the idol from you. We've all been there. Anyway, so there you go. I think that's all the Indiana Jones stuff for once. Let's pivot. No. Let's take a detour. We got a little detour to make. We do. I don't normally... Wait, did I already show this? If I already showed this, leave a comment that I either already showed it or I never showed it. I don't collect a lot of King of Fighters stuff. But, Terry Bogard is pretty cool. Fairly cool character. I think even better when Terry becomes a woman. I just think personally that was an improvement. Okay, the next thing I'm showing, this is not a figure. I feel like this is happening to me every episode. Is this show episodes? Whatever. In every video, like figure update video, I find that I always say the words, I'm not a tiki guy, but, because I like to collect the tiki mugs that they put out at Trader Sam's just outside of Disneyland. It's a famous place. They have one at Disney World now too, but when they release mugs connected to classic Disney attractions, I'm weak. So this is Jose. This was a exclusive at Trader Sam's just a little bit ago, and if you look at the bottom, it's the first edition. So got there bright and early, picked one of these up. And I mean, it's Tiki Room. It's celebrating the 60th, I think, anniversary of Tiki Room. So I was weak. I had to. Anyway, yeah, it's like my 20th Tiki mug, but I'm not a Tiki guy. Do you like mugs like this better when they're glazed, like shiny on the outside, or do you like them when they're rougher? Like this one's like rougher texture. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like sandy kind of texture. Do you know what I'm saying? What do you like better? Johnny was telling me that he doesn't like mugs like this because they feel like ugh. But I like it. I like it more because I find that when they glaze them, they lose detail. But when they're like this, they're really detailed, and I like a rougher. I like the matte look, not the glossy. You know what I mean? Glossy's fine, but just my preference. Okay, I'm sorry. I said no more Star Wars. I lied. I lied to you guys. I let you down. They did a full scale droid from Jedi Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor, whichever one you played. But This is here he is. Why can't I think of the name of the fucking droid? I know I played the first game. I actually didn't get super far in the second. Jedi Fallen Order droid. Why can't I think of his fucking name? I mean, this is ridiculous. BD1, duh. Guys, when I'm on the spot, it's so hard when the camera's on. It's like, my name is Rocco Buford. Anyway, they did a full-size version of it. There's a remote, too, and you can control him, and he actually walks. Where's the remote for this? Oh, this is it. Right? I can't show you him walking around. There's not really the room there, but you can control the sounds that it makes. And then what I love is he's got this like LED haircut here that you can kind of like alter the colors of and change his do, you know, anytime you want. I thought that was kind of neat. And oh, you like that too? Okay. I'm gonna put you back, right? Thanks. Anyway, so I thought that was kind of cool. I love whenever they do like a full-size replica of something, you know. BD1. Why could I not think of that? Dumbass. Anyway. Oh, they also had, this is really cool. You'll love this. When I picked that up at the Droid Depot in Galaxy's Edge, they also had a droid silverware. So you're probably thinking like, Rocco, you know, on a daily basis, what kind of silverware do you use? I use droid silverware. So yeah, this is like a Star Wars, like a prison shank. Oh, you like BD1? You like my droid? Hey, who you know all about Walter White? Who's the space version of Walter White? It's got to be that's a story. Who's making death sticks over on Coruscant? All right, this next one is one that I was very excited about, very stoked about. This is a deep cut that I never thought they would do, to be real with you. I never thought they would do this. I've mentioned before, I'm a huge sucker for the early seasons of Power Rangers, like what they call the Zordon era, when Zordon was still in the show. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Power Rangers Zeo, Power Rangers Turbo, concluding with Power Rangers in Space. I did also watch Lost Galaxy after that. That range is my favorite. So the fact that they did the Phantom Ranger from Power Rangers Turbo was already like, whoa, huge. That's amazing. So they did that, but now, out of nowhere, they did a variant, and it's the Phantom Ranger Translucent Edition, Invisible Phantom Ranger. Because in the show, this guy moved like the fucking Predator. He was like, you know what I mean? Like he was translucent. He would flip around and shit. Anyway, so look at that. Look, they did it. He's like all pearlescent and translucent and all that stuff. This is awesome. I guess it's supposed to be a Walgreens exclusive, which I hate that they do that, because I ain't shopping around at a bunch of Walgreens. A bunch of people coughing in there. They got a pharmacy. You got to walk by people getting a COVID test and to get one of these. I ain't doing that. But Hasbro put a limited amount on their own website. They always do that. Whenever they have an exclusive, it's like, oh, okay, but here's a handful of them on our own website. So I was quick to the draw and snatched that up. So this is awesome. I like I said, I never thought they'd do the Phantom Ranger, much less a translucent version. So I thought that was really cool. Anyway, this is another contender. I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite figures. The Phantom Ranger that they put out, what was it? Not last year, the year before, I think, was one of my favorite figures of that year too. So a translucent one is going to be up there as well. So anyway, good stuff. They nailed it. Let's stick to Power Rangers here. They also put out, like I said, I did like Lost Galaxy. That was a fun season. That was really kind of the last one I really dug. Why is this not working? Okay. But anyway, Lost Galaxy Yellow Ranger. I think they did Yellow and Pink Ranger. Poor Yellow and Pink Rangers in these teams. They a lot of times don't get the retail distribution that they require because dudes just buy like the Red Ranger. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of unfortunate. But if they don't sell these at all, then everyone gets mad. It's like, you know, where are the female Rangers? Why aren't you selling them? This is ridiculous. And I get that. But then also no one buys them. So anyway, what ends up happening is they get released on like websites. Again, like I think these were supposed to be like a GameStop exclusive. I didn't get them from GameStop. Did I? Where did I get them? They went up on, I think, again, I think it was like Hasbro's own website. Anyway, Yellow Lost Galaxy Ranger. I gave her like she's got the what were these called? The blaster, the quasar cannon, or I don't know what they were called. But anyway, there she is, Yellow Lost Galaxy Ranger, and then of course all of these always come with the civilian heads. So there's Maya. That was the character Maya. There's her head. Kind of a trippy experience if anyone remembers when this came out. If you're an old codger like me. Maya was her character, she was played by Serena Vincent, and she was kind of like the first like feral kind of ranger. Like she was from another planet, and she was kind of like a cave girl. Like she didn't know how things worked, and just like a funny character. But she was beautiful too. And I was like at a formative age where I was just finding out like girls were pretty and stuff. You know what I mean? So I just remember thinking like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous, and so it was really trippy when, like, as soon as that season ended, she was in Not Another Teen Movie. She was the foreign exchange student, which, if you remember, the gag in that movie is she's naked 100% of the movie, like, fully. And so when I was younger, I don't know, it just felt like seeing her in Power Rangers, and then, like, one day later, that movie came out. It was like, it almost felt wrong. And I know I'm sounding like a goody two-shoes kid, but that's what I was. I was an innocent kid, and I was just like, should we be seeing this? Like she was a Power Ranger. She, like that was like a heroic figure. Like, but now I'm like, I'm older. I'm like, dude, that's what she wanted to do. Let her do it. But as a kid, it felt like I was like naughty. I felt like I did something wrong, not her. I just felt like, I'm not supposed to see this. She's a Power Ranger. She fights for justice. Like, I don't know. It's a twerp. Anyway, but that was a trippy experience when that happened. I remember being surprised by that. We for some reason we kept talking about that movie at the booth. Not Another Teen Movie, because I think like it was on some service or something like that. I don't remember. Was that a funny movie? I don't remember thinking it was funny. But it's been a long time. Was it Marilyn Manson on the soundtrack or something? I don't know. That's all I remember about it. Okay, so that came out, and then I'm not even gonna open this. You get the gist. Pink Lost Galaxy Ranger also came out, and this is Kendrick's. The original Pink Lost Galaxy Ranger, and I say original because those of you who saw the show, this is the first Pink Ranger who I'll explain, but first Pink Ranger who died. Like, she's in a huge battle, like some epic thing happens, and everyone's like, no, get out of there, and she goes forward and loses her life. And so they have Carone, who was Astronema, the villain in the previous season, Power Rangers in Space. She shows back up in the show and becomes the Pink Ranger for a time. In the last episode, they pull something where they put the Quasar sabers back in the stone, and then when they do that, the Kedrix comes back to life. So they did pull it like, oh, she's fine kind of thing. But for all intents and purposes, for most of that season, she died. The reason why they replaced her that early in the season was because the woman who played Kendrix was diagnosed with leukemia, and so she couldn't continue filming, which that was like heartbreaking to hear. She beat it and is still out there. She's doing her thing. I think she's, for all intents and purposes, totally fine, as far as I know. She fought it and won, so that was very inspiring. That was a true Power Rangers move. But that was crazy when that happened. That crazy in the storyline of the show, just in a vacuum, but crazy in real life as well. But she did it. She beat it. She fought. She won. So anyway, so she's kind of iconic to a lot of people, and I like that. She was kind of the first girl ranger with glasses too. Like, kind of had a Billy role, but not just a nerdy dude. So I don't know, that was kind of neat. She was strong, but she was like the smartest one in the group too. And what I like is you can remove the glasses on or off. I think when they did Billy before, they were just bolted to his head and they looked kind of stupid. So anyway, there you go. I'm not even gonna open it. You get the gist. All right, let's end this on. This is the thing I was waiting for, man. And it is a Power Rangers thing. So you might cringe and you might laugh. But I accept it, because this is something as soon... Get out of here. Move. Sorry, I have to be careful. When they announced Hasbro was doing Power Rangers figures, and they were actually doing a good job. I have my pros and cons with some of the things they've done with the franchise, but the figures themselves, I think, have been pretty awesome. So when they announced they were doing it, this is the thing that I asked for. I remember specifically going, man, I wish they would do, because they're not probably going to be worth, these are too deep cut, too obscure. They're probably not going to release individual characters from the Alien Rangers arc. Maybe my favorite, one of my favorite arcs in all of Power Rangers. It was the arc that ended the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series, where the world was reversed in time. The Power Rangers were turned back into children and could no longer morph and fight all the monsters invading the Earth. So they summon and reach out to alien Rangers from another planet, the Rangers of Aquitar. Why they did this in real life was the Ranger actors needed a break. They had been doing seasons, and then, I think 3 seasons in a row, and then a movie somewhere in between. They were exhausted. So they wrote them out. They had them turned into kids, and then had these alien guys fight. And it was just an excuse to use Japanese footage from a different show. It was a different series, Kaku Ranger. Those episodes were so wacko and off their gourd. They're the weirdest episodes of that whole show. And I loved them. So, guess what? Out of nowhere, they announced, I think this was an Amazon exclusive, the Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. They did a full box set of all of them. You don't have to wait for them to come out or collect them all or whatever. All 5 Alien Rangers are in this set. And how good is that box artwork? Oh my God. There they are. You could see the waves crashing atop the planet Aquitar. I never thought we were going to get such a deluxe release of these guys in 2023. I'm an old ass man at this point, and I'm just now getting this. They did Alien Rangers figures back when the show aired. They did do that, but they were like repackaged Japanese imports, which sometimes that's cool, they do that, but they were kind of like smaller scale figures. They kind of weren't that great. These are great. It's kind of like a whole mess of scraps here, because again, they're using the plastic free packaging. Everything was wrapped in like paper, but look, it's all of them. This is beautiful. The red Alien Ranger, I think I know all their names. Rocco was his name. The poses are a little funky. These guys are crammed into this box. Sestro, the blue Aquitar Ranger. I think this guy's supposed to be holding a sword, but he's not. Anyway. He's posed badly. Don't worry about it. Corcus, the black Alien Ranger. Oh yeah, this guy's definitely... I haven't equipped this guy at all. Titus, the yellow Aquatar Ranger. And the leader, I think this was the first female leader in a Power Rangers series, Delphine, the white Aquatar Ranger. So there you go. All 5 in effect. My like I said, one of my favorite arcs in a show when I was a kid. I taped it. It aired right before summer, I think that's what it was. Oh no, it was like February, March. Yeah, February, March, something like that. But I just remember that whole summer when I got off school, I had the Alien Rangers episodes all on like one VHS tape that I recorded, probably in not very high quality. And I watched it again and again and again. I wore the tape out because I just loved those episodes so much. They were so much fun. So anyway, the fact that they did all the Alien Rangers, oh my gosh, I'm so over the moon. This was like one of the Holy Grail asks that I had. So the fact that they did it, oh. Now, I did see some people online that were bummed out that they didn't do civilian heads for these guys. They come with a bunch of accessories, but they didn't do they look like, aliens. They have like raisin head, weird, I don't know what it is, but their heads look weird. And people were disappointed it didn't include those heads, but they never show them without their helmets in the show, or they show them unmorphed, but they're in like their own alien like outfit, like uniform with their weird alien raisin heads. They never show them like in these suits but helmetless. They never do that. So to me, I didn't expect them to include civilian heads with the Ranger bodies like this. I never expected that. So to me, that's kind of a moot point. To me, it just says they should release another box set that has them all in the civilian alien outfits with those heads. That's what they should do. They probably won't. That's a deep cut of a deep cut. I just can't see them doing that, but that makes more sense to me than them. More accessories is always good, but doing those heads, they all have very different heads. They'd have to do very different sculpts. I don't know. I just feel like it isn't worth it. I would display these guys as Rangers anyway, because to display them with those heads and these suits is simply inaccurate, and I won't do it. I won't. Try me. Anyway, I think that's it. What did you think? Did it live up to the expectation and the promise? You tell me. I for my money, I think this is one of the best figure updates of all time. Dreams were fulfilled. Things came to life. You didn't think I was gonna have full-size weaponry, but I do. Oh wait, I want just regular sword sounds. What does it feel like to be dead?